Hey guys, good afternoon. Okay, so it's been a while since I've done a coffee time, so I'm happy to be back. I actually really love this one because it's casual, it's not very overproduced. It's not it's not like Archie's briefings, right? It's just totally casual where you guys we just get to be ourselves. I want to take this time to apologize to you guys, my viewers, my subscribers, because it's been a couple of days since I've posted. And the reason why it's been that way was because I allowed people to get into my head and they put doubts into my head. They made me question, like, should I even continue with what it is that I'm doing? Should I even feel good about what it is that I'm doing? Literally last week, I believe it was last week, Thursday, where I had this, nope, last Wednesday, where I had this not so great conversation and it made me feel really bad. I was very upset. And I learned from the grapevine that these individuals believed that my content, that my YouTube channel was just my standing on a soapbox, that it's just political, that she's not helping anybody, that she's just putting out loose opinions and that this is not really doing anything for her. Mind you, never mind the fact that I'm earning off of YouTube, not enough to pay bills, of course. Like it doesn't pay a rent. Obviously, there's some work that needs to be done, but I was excited about what it is that we were building here, and they just really put a lot of doubts into my head and made me question everything. And mind you, the very next morning I woke up and my YouTube channel went from being at 794 subscribers to, at the time in that morning, it was 801, and then it kept on growing. Videos were going to over 100 views. One video hit over 1,000 views. And even though I'm seeing these numbers grow, it still wasn't enough because these people are close to me, and I just made me doubt everything. You made me doubt everything, question everything. Like, does it even make sense to continue? Because if I'm just a soapbox, if I'm not helping anybody, then what the heck is the point? I mean, they don't really respect what it is that I'm doing. Is it because I'm a conservative that you feel this way? Because if I was spewing liberal nonsense, because again, the person that I had a conversation with is a liberal feminist, okay? They're feminists. And the person that said that I was just a soapbox, that's who this person is. And I thought, okay, so if I was spewing liberal feminist nonsense, would you be saying the same thing? If I was out here encouraging black women to believe themselves to be queens, which I don't think black women are queens, frankly, a queen marries a man does not become a king. A king marries a woman and she becomes a queen. It's just how it is. I don't believe that women are just queens just off the sake of that. I don't believe that at all. If I was out here spewing that kind of nonsense, and it's okay to advocate to be the single black mother, it's okay to be the single mother. If I was out here spewing that nonsense, would you be saying the same thing? Would I still be a soapbox if I was out here saying the things that you believed? And I just allowed that to really get into my head. And sorry, you guys are getting a call. I'll call them later. But I allowed them to get into my head, and it really messed with me to the point where I just did not want to record anymore. I'm talking to my business coach, and they're trying to get me to see the bright side, like stay positive, like look at what it is that you're doing, right? I mean, you've been doing this for over a year. Your channel has grown. You're earning. You just launched your website a month ago. A couple of weeks ago. Like this is you're making progress. You're earning. Now you can do more. Obviously, what can you do? Let's start looking at those things. And no matter what my business coach was telling me, it didn't matter to me, right? It was just, well, if this is what they think, then why even go on? Why care? And she's just reminding me, yo, you have people in your comment section saying how great you are, that they're learning from you, right? You're giving perspective to what it is to be the millennial who is recovering from what happened with COVID. You're building something, you're building a world outside of your YouTube channel, right? You're doing something that is positive. It's keeping you productive. It's keeping you excited and hopeful. And so don't let anybody take that away from you. You're doing something incredible. And none of that mattered. It did not matter that my YouTube channel was still growing. It didn't matter that I went from 794 subscribers to a little over 800 because now I'm at 824. I'm seeing these numbers and it just wasn't doing it for me. And then yesterday, you guys, and of course it's a Sunday, right? Of course it's a Sunday. Of course it's the Lord's Day. And I just decided, you know what? Number one, this is why I did not bring them in on what it is that I was doing. This is why I did not share the information with them because I knew that this is what would happen. I knew that when I got started, that if I shared this with these individuals, that I wouldn't have kept it going. That they had to deliberately seek out my stuff because I did not share the links. I wasn't talking about it on my Facebook page. I wasn't talking about it in conversations. I literally just did not trust them with what I was doing. I didn't trust them with my goals, with my dreams, with my hopes. I did not trust them with that. Because again, you can't tell black feminists that your aspiration is to be a wife and mother, and that the thing that I'm building here is to make sure that it doesn't interfere with the responsibilities that the Lord will bless me with, being a wife and a mother. Like, if this is the goal, if that's my highest aspiration, whatever it is that I do cannot interfere with those responsibilities. I love what I'm doing with my YouTube channel. I love that I have my website. I get to write the op-eds. I love that I get to work 25 hours a week doing what I do here and doing what I'm doing with the podcast and everything. And I love that it doesn't have to interfere with the roles of being a wife and a mother when the Lord blesses me with that, right? Can't wait to meet my future husband. Cannot wait to have our future children, right? 4 to 6, that's the goal. But I allowed them to get into my head, and they put doubts into my head. And it didn't matter what the comment section was saying. People are saying, "Oh my goodness, you're beautiful. You're so smart. You're encouraging." One guy said, "I'm an old white guy, and I think you're an inspiration to young women." One person said, You're the most beautiful black woman I've ever seen on the internet." I mean, just so many wonderful compliments, and it just wasn't really clicking for me. And then yesterday, on the Lord's Day, on Sunday, it was like, you know what? I don't need that. There was a reason why I didn't tell them to begin with. I stayed consistent. I kept it going. I followed the advice of some of my viewers. This is why you guys are awesome. Some of my subscribers, you guys are awesome. You supported me. You continue to support me. You give me some good pointers. You share information with me. This channel is not just about, toting up why we love President Trump. Obviously we got some issues with President Trump. Love the guy. There are some concerns, there are some concerns. But speaking to the financial position of American citizens, young Americans, is again, the description of my channel is to talk about young money and how we can do better than what we've done before, because I was horrible with money. I'm not where I need to be with money. And I've been very transparent with you guys about what my circumstances are, what it means to be the adult toddler, what it means to try to get your circumstances together. And you guys have been supportive. You guys have been, just encouraging and amazing. And I allowed people who I love get into my head and tell me otherwise, because they don't know me. I don't share myself with them for a reason. There's a reason. I share myself with you guys, not with them. And I allowed them to put doubts into my mind, into my head, that kept me from being productive. And that's why, you guys, I wanted to take this coffee time to apologize to you, because you encourage me. You give me pointers. You show me how I could improve, how I could do better. You guys are reaching out, asking to be a part of the team that I help. Like, what's good for you? What can we do? Arshel, take a look at this link, watch this video, read this thing, to help me be more informed, because I'm just the average gal. There's nothing that I know that nobody else can go out there and find out for themselves, right? We're just average, normal people trying to make a buck, trying to take care of ourselves. And we know where the difficulties lie, but we're trying to be responsible, hold ourselves accountable, take action, work the biblical financial principles, apply these ideals to the policies that we discuss, you guys. We do that here on this channel. And they don't know that because they don't watch. They don't know that because they don't know me. You guys know me, and you guys deserved better from me last week. And I did not deliver simply because I allowed people who I love put doubts into my head. And I just want to let you guys know that's not going to happen again. Okay. I love you guys. I love them too. But you guys, you're my people. You're my people. You're my fellow patriots. You are my countrymen. You give me the encouragement. And I just want to say thank you to that. And I'm so sorry for not have posted sooner, because, I was so angry. I did not want to get in front of that camera and pretend to be something that I wasn't. I couldn't do it. I was so furious. I would have been cussing up a storm. And you guys know me. I don't really want to do that. Like, even on the day I wanted to do a coffee time, and then I watch it back and I'm just cussing. I'm like, I can't even post this. It's just too angry. I can't even do that. My viewers deserve better than that. I can't just get in front of the camera and just be cussing up a storm. I can't do that. I have to be better. I want to be better. And I just wasn't that. And then yesterday came and I just made a conscious decision. You know what? I'm done being angry. Okay, my voice is back, because you guys should have seen it. It was like I was in like a momentary depression all of a sudden. It was just, well, I'm nothing. I'm just a soapbox. I'm just a petulant soapbox, and my voice was very low, and I just wasn't happy, like, at all. And the thing is, I let them get to me. I let them get into my head. And it did not matter what progress I was seeing on my channel. Didn't matter the numbers. Didn't matter the fact that my numbers were growing. Didn't matter that I'm inching closer and closer to monetization. Didn't matter that I was gaining subscribers to my website. None of that mattered. Didn't matter the things that I'm building to try to be more of service to my community. None of it mattered. None of it mattered. Because even now, you guys, I'm working on something that is, I believe, to be a moral good. And I can't wait to share that with you guys on how that we can do better financially, how I could be a better service to my community financially. Like, that's something that I care about. And I was just thinking, well, to hell with it. To hell with it. Why does it matter? They think that I'm just a soapbox, right? They don't think I'm actually helping. Well, if that's what I am, if I'm not helping anybody, then why keep going? And I just decided, I'm not going to let that happen anymore. I wasted enough time. I wasted over 3 days on this. I'm not doing it anymore. I got my voice back. I got my enthusiasm back. And whatever life throws at me, I'm just gonna, believe in the Lord and take on the fact that you guys told me I had value. The Lord says I have value, and I don't need to deal with those who do not want to be a part of this journey with us. I like giving that perspective of the young person who struggled after COVID. That wasn't easy. We were trying to recover from a civil rights violation here. I mean, that's what that was. Like Gen Zers, some of them, they don't really know what that is because they were still under 18. Gen Xers, y'all don't really know what that was like unless you were in the same position that I was in. And then we were all bad with our money because we were told to party, 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 never to save, never to invest. We were making money and spending and living our best lives, but no one was being smart with their money. And that was my testimony. It's how this channel started. And you guys respected that, and you've been pointing me in the right direction. And yes, we talk politics because we enjoy that. We like talking about why the Democrats are nonsensical. We like talking about the ratchet because, I have an obsession with it. But we also like to get real here, and you guys allow me to do that. So thank you so much for being as encouraging and supportive as you guys are. You're amazing, and I love you. I absolutely love you. I'm so grateful for you guys. You are amazing. And you deserve better than what I delivered last week because I let people get into my head, and I'm not going to let that happen. Anybody who's in my situation, build up your confidence level. Don't let anybody tell you that you can't. If you believe in something, if you believe that what you are doing is morally good, keep it up. Keep it up. Okay. They're going to be haters, even the ones that are closest to you, even the ones that you share blood with. Okay. They're going to be haters. But that's okay. That's okay because, you got me. You got this community because I just decided, you know what? My subscribers, they love me and I love them and they support me. And you know what? That means something. That means something. It's people who've never met me in real life are able to see my heart and my mind through a camera and a YouTube channel. Then I must be doing something right because you guys are sticking around. And so I just want to say thank you, and I will see you later today on an Archie's Briefings. You guys, we are going to talk about the student loan thing because today is the day, I can't wait for them TikTok videos to drop. I'm very excited. So we're going to talk about that later today on Archie's Briefings. I'll talk to you guys later. Love you. God bless, and Kepler.